Second now. I think we are live now. Perfect. I'll just check on here. Brilliant. Yeah, we are live. So brilliant. So I'm here with Paula. Paula's been on the program, as I put above here, since November. So we just wanted to chat today to speak about Paula's results, what she has done, how she's fitted stuff in during lockdown, with homeschooling, with everything else as well. So yeah, Paula, it'd be great to just go through kind of what worked well, and it just gives people an insight into what you actually have done and into an insight of how you've done it as well. So if we just go through a few kind of questions just to get a better insight in terms of where you were before, what you did and what you did after, because let's face it, everyone wants to know kind of how to achieve essentially the results you did and fit stuff in. Time's always an issue, balancing work, family life. So yeah, where were you before you started? How did you feel, say, back November and before?
Oh, well, lockdown 1, I became a Labrador. I grazed constantly. I was working, comfort eating, because I was scared of what was going on with the pandemic. My husband was at home as well, and he was cooking me the most amazing breakfast muffins, and everything went out the window. I wasn't exercising because Boris said we could only go out for 1 walk a day, and with an 8-year-old, that's a very slow walk. So the weight just kept piled on, and I kept blaming it on my HRT because I was put on that a few years ago because of endometriosis. So hello.
This is like, yeah.
And I looked like a barrel at the end of the summer, literally a barrel. And I was wider to the side than I was, it was hideous. And then I went to Cornwall for October half term, and it was my birthday, and I just had birthday cake, and I was like, do you know what? I'm embarrassed by how I feel. I don't feel very nice. And your ads kept popping up. And I was like, oh, do you know what have I got to lose? So I messaged my friend who was also wanting to lose weight. And I said, should we just give it a go? And she was like, yeah, okay, let's give it a go. And then I spoke to you, and that was it really. And I guess the work started then. So.
Yeah, awesome. So I know, like when you start something new, whenever you start something new, it's always kind of daunting, right? And I think, and it's only normal. There's so much stuff out there. So did you have any main concerns before you started? Any fears about doing it? Would you be able to fit it in? Would you be able to do it?
Oh, loads of fears. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to wear? Was one. Like, I'm working out from home. Do I need a gym kit? So I treated myself to a gym kit. I was like, I'm going to look the part. Actually doing the exercise, because I had a massive belly, and I was like, I can't actually, at that point, I was so big, I couldn't actually lean over to get the plug out the bath. It was an issue. And it was like, what if everyone else is super fit? Oh my God, people are going to see me. Oh, what if I can't keep up? It was all these things going through your mind to try and stop me doing it. And then my friend started a couple of days earlier than me on the classes. So on the day I joined, it was a Thursday, and it was your stomach blast class. I remember it very well. We did it via Zoom, but we were also on WhatsApp video. So he was with me, even though I was doing it with you. So it was brilliant. So she could hear me panting and laughing in the background while I was trying to do your crunches. And that made it really fun. And then from there, it was getting used to the technology and doing it virtually. But yeah, from that moment on, really, it was flying. So it was brilliant.
Yeah. And how did you find kind of the support, nutrition side of it, sessions from home? How did you find that? Because obviously we do, and soon to be obviously doing sessions as well in person as well. But how did you find it doing it all from home? Like, what worked well in that?
Oh my God. Well, for me, exercise-wise, it worked perfectly because my husband's always away with work or with my hectic life here. I could go to the gym before, but I would always give up because he would go traveling or something would stop it. Whereas this, I get up really early anyway. So for me, it was perfect. I could do it first thing in the morning, could do it at the end of the day. And then as lockdown went on, I was like, do you know what? I'm going to do one at lunchtime as well because I love it. And so it became a structure to my day. which to me was amazing. So by, you know, at the end of the day, I'd probably done 3 sessions, 4 sessions. So that was fantastic. And then nutrition wise, the issue with grazing, I had that call with you and it was like, okay, what are we going to tackle first? And I was like, snacking. I'm eating too much rubbish. And it was, I'd read all the nutrition books about HRT and sugar and estrogen sticking to your belly. And I was like, I just don't know what to do. I'd done Slimmer's World, where it said it was fine to eat as much meringue as I wanted. That's full of sugar. So that didn't make sense to me. But you just said, okay, let's do protein shakes as your snack or vegetables and plan out your meals. And you did that thing in your book where it's a handful, a fistful and a thumbful. And that's what I followed. And I read through your books and got the your recipes and kind of got the gist of what I should be doing. And then I just went for it and had a go at planning it out and started losing weight. And I was like, God, amazing.
Yeah, cool. And I think a key thing to point on that is your consistency doing it, because like these aren't, you'll probably agree that there's no secret in what we did really. It's just making sure that we do the things that we know we need to do. And that's where the check-ins, that's where, like you mentioned, the one-to-ones come in, and that accountability to make sure that we've got a plan in place when you're going to exercise, what your biggest challenge in the low-hanging fruit is. For example, snacking, which we know that is an issue for like a lot of us as well, especially with lockdown as well. So what were your biggest kind of challenges throughout it? Because 3 stone is no easy, you know, that's a hell of a lot, over 21, that's 21 kilos or so.
Yeah.
Biggest challenges, obstacles in achieving that?
It was, I guess, keep going. So being consistent and just getting up and doing it every single day and plodding on, and just not weighing myself every day. Because in the beginning I was weighing myself every day and going, oh my God. And that was my life then. It was becoming trapped in that kind of diet thing again. And I was like, I don't want this to be a diet. So I think I said to you from the beginning, I don't want an app. I don't want to count calories. This needs to be my like new healthy normal. So that's changing a massive lifestyle for me. And so it was doing that step by step. But my family were really on board, and I actually do it in the conservatory that I can see now. That's now my studio. And they all got on board and kind of joined in, and they could see me getting a bit fitter. And so with their support and your support, that was really what spurred me on. And in terms of challenges, it was just that motivation just to keep going every day and taking each day as it comes, really. As you say, it's day one. So getting up and planning it out. And Christmas was a huge challenge because that popped up. And I remember messaging you in like, I don't know, late November saying, oh my God, it's Christmas in a month. What am I going to do? And you said, Christmas is like how many meals out of that month? Don't stress about it. And he didn't. It was the first time in my life I've enjoyed Christmas without all that gubbins that you associate, you know, the chocolates and everything. And it was like, I knew I could have it if I wanted to, but I didn't, because it was more important to me to keep exercising and doing what I'm doing. So yeah, that was my biggest thing so far.
Yeah, no, that's great. And how much have you lost in terms of inches as well? Did you?
Well, I hadn't measured this for a while. I did it this morning. It's 22 inches. Awesome. So I measured 3 things: my hips, waist, and chest. So I was like, oh my God, that's good.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, well done. That's really testament to how consistent you've been. And with the sessions as well, obviously we do have like 1 minute, 10 minute, 20 minute, 30 minutes. It just creates that kind of time for you. But how did you manage it with like the challenge of homeschooling, the challenge of work as well? What worked well in that? What was key for you in that?
For me, I use those exercise sessions as me time. So throughout the day, it gets really stressful. With my daughter's got dyslexia, so she needed extra attention. I've got my job that, you know, busy. But I use those half-hour slots, and because they were only half hour, 30 minutes, I could fit them in and squeeze them in, and that was an amazing break of like me time. And you know, my daughter would be doing her schoolwork, or she'd be having lunch with my husband, and it was just, that became my time out, if you see what I mean. Time for me.
And what difference did that make, like in terms of your day? Like
huge.
come back.
Oh, hugely. I was much more relaxed, chilled out, happier, more energy. Yeah, just generally happier. And because I was happier, my daughter's less stressed, my husband's happier. As a household, I think we're a lot happier. And at the beginning, I wasn't giving any time for me. So that was one of the things you said, your 3 stalls, when we first had our chat. And you asked me to rank on the stalls where I was. And each stall, when I thought about it, was really low. And I hadn't given myself any attention for years because it's always been sucked by, children, work. So this is the first time in the last 3 months I've been like, do you know what? I'm being selfish, and it's brilliant.
Yeah. And I could probably hazard a guess that when I first say it, and it's these stalls here that we're going to, and we get you to kind of score yourself as well. And with regards to the 3 legs of a stool, like often we think that maybe we don't have that 10 minutes because we'd have to give something up to bring that 10 minutes in. But I always argue, and I know it with myself, like I should be really motivated to exercise, but I know that sometimes I'm like, yeah, but I could do these emails, I could do this, I could do that. But actually, if I just take that 10 minutes, I argue that I get about an hour or 2 hours of productivity, feeling better to be around later on.
Definitely. And it's amazing that I hadn't realized how little time I'd given to myself. But just doing that, for me, it's exercise. And instead of going out and eating or having a gin and tonic, I treat myself to some bath products and have a really nice bath at the weekend, or it's just different now. I love it.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Cool. And with regards to like what you've tried before, what have you tried before? It's worth kind of going through that just so that other people can see what if you've tried similar.
Oh god, I've done Light Alive. So when I moved to London, I drank far too much red wine on a Thursday, Friday and Saturday and put on quite a bit of weight. So that was weird. That was no eating for 100 days. And yes, I lost a lot of weight, but I wasn't exercising and I felt really rough and my hair was almost falling out. That was just not nice. I've done Slimmer's World in group and online, and both worked. But the group, again, I couldn't get to because my husband was away with work, so that stopped. And then Slimmer's World online was good, but I got really annoyed with the app. As I say, it's not really a lifestyle because you have to keep doing that every day, and there comes a point where you don't want to do it. And it was always around a holiday or something like that. There'd always be an end point to it. So this is the first thing I've done that includes nutrition, exercise, and kind of your community group as well, which has actually become quite important to me. It's kind of all encompassing, if you see what I mean. And I think that's what's kept me going.
Yeah, no, that's great. And with regards to kind of anyone who's thinking about joining the program, what would you say to them?
Oh my God, just give it a go. So I remember at work, there was a lady who came downstairs in the office above, and she'd been running and she looked incredible. And I could just see how happy she was. And I wanted to feel like her. And that's one of the starting points for me, was that feeling. And I'm still not there yet, but I feel damn sight better than I did from the 1st of November. And I've met some wonderful people. And you as a team are really fun. You're all like different superheroes. You've all got your own talents. And like Chloe kills me with the abs. Julia's amazing for like building your confidence. So yeah, you've all got different skills that you bring to it. And I really love that. And the team itself, the group, the Frucci ladies, we all seem to have quite a good laugh. And as I get to know them, it's like, good. Some of the women who are older than me are so fit now from going on your program. I look at them and I'm like, oh God, they can do it better than me. And I'm like 20 years younger than them. How is that possible?
Yeah, and that's quite powerful, right? Given that we haven't even been in person during this time. So yeah. And it's you're right. Like when you see someone else do it, and you think, because we're all old compared to ourselves because we've never been older personally, right? So we always think that we're older. Then we see someone else and we go, oh well, maybe I should give it a try. And like we do, we adapt it for you as well. But no, well done.
It's amazing just to see these ladies come together and have a laugh and get fit And yeah, it's just brilliant, and they really egg you on. So I've become friends with a lady called Kathy virtually. I've never met any of you, but she eggs me on. We've been doing Couch to 5K as well as this, and kind of we spur each other on, and we have a laugh as well. And it's like, I've never met any of you, but
it's weird thinking that
you're all my friends.
Yeah, it's weird thinking that we haven't met actually.
It's really strange. It's like, I can't wait for the day where we can all meet outside.
Yeah.
And say hello to each other properly, because you've made such a difference, so thank you.
No, well done, awesome work. So that's great. And I just wanted to touch on the part you said about habits, like before, with having to do something every day and it not becoming a lifestyle more so. And I think that's an important point in terms of getting a result and actually keeping it and actually sustaining the results, because we've probably all done stuff before that's worked for a while, but like you said, to an end point. And that's why we really get you to question your decisions that you're making, and also learn the kind of foundations around, okay, why we make that choice, what will work for me and my lifestyle, for yourself, homeschooling, work, what's actually going to fit your lifestyle in with that. Is checking on an app going to work for you, given that by the sounds of homeschooling, what it was like, there was about 1 million apps on there. So technologies to crash on. The last thing you want to do is get onto your app and it's like,
Yeah, and the other thing I think, just to add, that I found really interesting is you've almost been educating me. So not only with nutrition advice, but your seminars that you do, or can call them that, every week on a Thursday. Is it on a Thursday night?
Yeah.
Some of them have really touched a nerve with me, and not only about kind of changing habits and how to achieve your goals, but what life is like when you get older, like why I need to keep fit now, and how important it is to keep moving and to protect my body, because I don't want to be a decrepit old person in a wheelchair. Running around.
Right. This is what you've had to do.
Oh no, we've got tears.
Come on the screen, look.
Oh, hello.
Is you hiding?
Oh,
Mommy.
Is that Mummy's pen?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. So
thank you.
Yeah. No, well done. Awesome work. You've done great, and your results speak for themselves, and it only works if you do it, and that's the key thing.
Yeah. I can't wait to go back down to Rock and get in the wetsuit again and get on that surfboard and be able to jump up this time. I was like a beached whale last time in October.
No, awesome. Yeah, are you planning on going down again soon?
Yeah, in the summer, I think.
Yeah, I think we will be down to Cornwall at some point.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. I look forward to the next month.
Yeah, great stuff, Paula. And yeah, like I said, we are starting our outside sessions again, and in-person sessions to go along with that. So if you want to come in for them, they're there as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Great stuff, Paula.
Thank you.
Great stuff. See you later.
Bye.
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 Well done.